jazz essentially black music?
This is the famous thing.
Oh, well, jazz is essentially human music. So what that means is that anybody who has a sufficiently rich conception of human life and can express that through musical composition.
But
or
more
through an
great
instrument.
jazz artists probably.
Have been Negroes? Yeah. Well, I mean, that's because
The way I gotta say, man, this is one of the reasons why, like, no matter what you want to say about Stanley is so poised and elegant, because it's like, man, the way he is able to, he doesn't dodge the question, he dodges this attitude. And this face is the perfect thing to step. This needs to be an emote. This needs to be a, okay, bruh, emote. This is an extremely incredible me. I'm snipping this right now. Like, whenever somebody say some mess, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, man. Somebody say some mess, hit him with this. Like, all right, bro. But yeah, you know, like, the reason why I take all right, just for those of y'all who might not be, you know, like, not everybody is American and, you know, dealing with America's BS and, you know, whatever, and race relations. But him saying that, the reason why Charlie Rose is saying that is because of the age old, and by age old I mean at least since jazz was conceived, argument about where jazz comes from. And if you remember from the Ken Burns Jazz episode about Nick LaRocca, well, it wasn't about him, but early jazz and the first jazz recordings, you remember that Freddie Kepper was originally going to be the first jazz musician to record, but he didn't want people copying his fingerings. Or not finger, they didn't want people copying his notes. It's why a lot of them played with the rag over their hand. It wasn't just to cover the sweat. It was they put the rag over their hand because they didn't want people to copy their fingerings, because that was the only way to transcribe back then. Like, there was no one knew how to. There was no recording technology, so they was out there like scoping them out, peeping. It was like, what buttons he pushing, you know? But he didn't want people stealing his licks, because that's what made him original. Original Dixieland Jazz Band said, like, yeah, I'm not gonna let these nah, it's gonna be us. And then, yeah, Nick LaRocca in 1919 later went on to to state that the black man has had no involvement with any musical creation that has been made by the white man ever. Not with jazz, not anything. It said jazz was a white invention. So, of course, we know now that that's BS. It doesn't make any sense. But back then, people would believe that. If you never heard jazz in your life and you never heard a recording, for example, let's say, like, I don't know, like Chinese food. Let's say, like, you know, orange chicken. Let's say that there was an opportunity for a big restaurant to put up orange chicken, and they originally, because they heard that, oh, you know, like, I went to this Chinese restaurant and I ate some orange chicken and it was fire. I want to put orange chicken on, you know, to the whole country, to all of America. But then imagine the Chinese restaurant owner, they're like, nah, I don't want people stealing my recipe. Right? Think about it. They're like, I don't want people stealing my recipe. So what happens? Maybe some random dude, some random dude from England or from Africa, whoever, if you don't care about whatever, it doesn't matter about race, comes up and says, oh yeah, I make some orange chicken. Yeah, let me be the first to put the restaurant. And then they put his food up all over the country, and he's saying, I invented orange chicken. If you've never, we're not talking about today in 2024, because y'all know everything now with the internet. Imagine without the internet and you never heard of that, you never tasted anything like that before. You're going to believe that guy because you have no frame of reference for what Chinese food is or anything. You're going to say, yeah, this random whatever, white dude, black dude, Hispanic, whoever, Mexican dude, whoever, made orange chicken, and it was created by them. That's what you're going to see. That's the exact same thing that happened back in 1917 when the original Dixieland Jazz Band recorded the first jazz record, right? That's exactly what happened. That's the perspective that people had. So there's been an age-old discussion about whether jazz is black music or not. It's crazy that you would say that, but then because there are contributions from white, as in like Anglo-Saxon white or Jewish, Italian. There's a lot of great contributions, Irish, you know, from a lot of Western European immigrants into the music as well. And we know about them. Eastern European too. But the fact of the matter is, just because you contribute an ingredient to the pot doesn't mean you're the one who started the dish. You need to say that again? Do I need to say that again? Just because you throw a carrot or an onion into the pot, who started the fire? Who brought the pot? You know what I'm saying? So just think about that for a second. If you ever want to ask yourself the question, if jazz is black music, ask yourself who started the cookout. Anyway.